Hey there, have you ever felt like, yeah, this sin doesn't faze me anymore? Like, I cannot be tempted by it and I cannot fall for it. If that's you, keep watching. I have something to tell you about that. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie Odili, and I'm here to do the will of the one who sent me, which is to know him, make him known to me, to you, and the rest of the world. If you're just joining me for the first time, thank you so much for being here. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm so happy that you're still with me on this journey. Okay, so I want to talk about something, and I'm taking my scripture from First Corinthians chapter 8, and the overarching theme of this is confidence in the face of sin, or confidence in the face of the devil and his work, does not mean that you're brazen about it or that you're out there with it, especially if it will hurt those who are not there yet. I'll explain. If and I will explain giving a common thing. If you don't smoke and you don't drink, and you're very good with that, like no amount of smoking and drinking in front of you can move you. That does not mean you should keep exposing yourself to those kinds of things just because they don't move you. Being around that environment is still not good for you. It's still not healthy spiritually, even physically for you. More so when you're around people who are still growing as believers. Imagine that you're a leader in the church and you take somebody who is, understudying you or mentoring under you, and you take them to a meeting, and that meeting happens to be in a lounge, past a certain time, and I mean you're meeting to help somebody because you're still a minister who is in business. To you, it's just nothing. Like I'm not fazed by the dancing, by the music, by the alcohol or whatever. Like I'm not fazed by the excessive use of these things also. But the person with you is there looking like, oh my God, you don't know what they're feeling. They might be feeling down. They might be feeling tempted. They might be feeling conflicted. So because you overcome something does not mean you can just casually expose yourself to it, either when you're alone or you're with other people. In First Corinthians 8, Apostle Paul was talking about food sacrificed to idols. The people who will go to the houses and they'll eat the food for the idols, but like because they're not aware of what it is, they're not fazed by it, they're not moved by it. Like if you want to eat food to the idols, do that. But then Apostle Paul says, however, this is from verse 9, be careful, however, that the exercise of your rights does not become a stumbling block to the weak. For if someone with a weak conscience sees you, with all your knowledge, eating in an idol's temple, won't that person be emboldened to eat what is now sacrificed to idols? So this weak brother or sister for whom Christ has died is destroyed by your knowledge. When you sin against them in this way and wound their weak conscience, you sin against Christ. Essentially, you're being held accountable for that believer's fall because they think it's okay. I remember when I was still also growing as a believer and I saw some pastors who I liked at the time, they were making a video and they were just swearing. I'm thinking, okay, swearing is not really a bad word, this pastor is using it. And he's using it so that he can reach people like me who are still swearing all the time. But really, no. Because what that means is even if they have whatever ideas or confidence in that, it affected me and it swayed me off the wrong way. Likewise, if I'm doing something or I'm talking, when I'm talking around young people who are not as spiritually sensitive as I am, I'm aware of what I say and what I do. And if I mess up, I usually feel guilty because I'm like, no, I don't want them leaving confused. I don't want them leaving thinking it's okay to now do this and still be a believer. So even if you want to exercise your rights, don't let that be a stumbling block to others. Don't let your confidence in the face of sin make you so brazen about it that you're not helping somebody else. So think about the things that you do in front of believers and unbelievers. I made a previous video that said that your belief, your behavior matches your belief. So while you're trying to match your behavior to your belief, ensure that it is something that would edify and build somebody up. Remember that your words are building blocks in someone's life. So are your actions. People might even forget your words, but they won't forget how you acted, or where you were, or the environment that you were in with them. So ensure that you are not a stumbling block to somebody, that you're not causing someone to sin, because like it says here, you do this and you sin not just against them but against Christ. So therefore, if what I eat will cause my brother or sister to fall, I'm reading from verse 13 now, I will never eat meat again, so that I will not cause them to fall. So if me watching horror movies is going to make somebody around me fall, I'd rather not watch horror movies. I'd rather guard my heart so that if they see me, they can guard theirs. If me, casually just drinking wine and hanging out will cause someone to feel like, oh, I can take wine in its excess, then I'll cut it out. Whatever it is, because people are looking up to us. You know that we are the example. We are the example, and we have to live like that example. We have to lead and live like that example. And I know that this might come off as a harsh teaching, like, oh, why do I have to, change myself for another person? Or why do I have to, now decide that I won't be me? You can be yourself, but like Apostle Paul says, be careful that the exercise of your rights does not become a stumbling block to the weak. If you can remember that verse 9, then I know that by the grace of God and by the wisdom of the Spirit, you will know how to respond and react. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that when new videos come out, you get to see it firsthand. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.